think the industry has a hard time doing what it needs to do because it's really starved for capital. It's not as profitable as it should be battling a black market. And it's difficult when you are basically paying tax on your gross sales. And so it's hard to combat the lobbying that takes place from all the businesses that have been here and established for 100 years now. Like, you can't battle the tobacco, alcohol, and pharmaceutical lobby. And cannabis is a disruptor, right? Like, people are picking cannabis over alcohol every day, right? It takes over sleep aid, glaucoma,
I know.
pain,
I remember
PTSD.
seeing some numbers talking about in 2021. Cannabis outsold milk. We know that this year cannabis has outsold alcohol. $25 billion in the legal market alone in 2021. I think when you're talking about that much product being sold, and then of course we know what's going on in the gray and black market. I mean, it just seems to me that the cat's out the bag. There's nothing any of these old politicians can do to put it back in. And at the same time, they talk out of both sides of the mouth. You've got Kentucky, who's trying to corner the market when it comes to hemp, but they don't really want to expand it. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, hemp, that one kind of came out. I think everybody suspected Mitch McConnell was going to be a disruptor at the Senate level over hemp, but I didn't think we were going to see this combative nature between hemp and regulated THC at every state level now. And so that's a whole nother facet that's kind of reared its head. And so ultimately, I think it all needs to just be regulated. I've met with U.S. senators that are starting to come around. But their answer to me, and this is more on the Republican side and some of the older people that I think are kind of out of touch, like, I would get behind a completely regulated industry. And I say, well, that's a little complicated. And like, what do you mean? And I'm like, because as soon as we bring a bill to regulate THC and cannabis, the left turns it into a social justice issue. And then you start losing folks on the right. So that's what kind of gives me pause. Are we ever going to get through the Senate